Good morning. Andrea Paget here with Powell Banker. We're here with Chantal with Belgian Sweet House here in St. Johns County. And we're going to start by letting Chantal tell a little bit about her company.
Good morning. My name is Chantal. I'm from Belgium. 7 years ago, I decided to move over here to the US because I have a lot of friends in Belgium and customers that visit our business in Belgium, and each time I received a request for which reason you don't have a store in the US. So I make Belgium chocolate since 5 generations. My grandmother started in 1906 to make chocolate. I imported for each season a different kind of chocolate. We have an assortment, more than 300 different kind of pieces. We serve the real Belgian waffle. That means also gluten-free. In Europe, we are not allowed to have bleached flour. The same for the crepes. So my store is very, very special compared to American food.
So I know when I visited your website for the first time, I noticed there was a high heel shoe, which of course I'm a fan of. And so I just wanted to see, like, what is the significance of the shoe in regards to your business?
So not only the shoe, we have also purses, we have a lot of different figurines. In Europe, if you give a gift to a lady, and most of the time it's the men that buy chocolate for a lady, and that means you are class, you have class. Yeah. So that is something that we European, for us is it very important to be dressed. That was something for me when I moved over here to Jacksonville, a shock.
Shock, yeah.
Yeah, shock to see people with flip-flop. We don't do that. We are always dressed up. So, and if your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, bring you a piece of chocolate, that is something that you need to enjoy it. That is not something that you compare and they eat it, just eat it and it's gone. No. First, we eat with your eyes. So the most beautiful thing is to have a nice piece that is chocolate or whatever, and then you start to eat it piece by piece, not just cut it in pieces. And that is one of the reasons that we have so many figurines, as you can see over there, the snowman of other figurines that we make, and that is something very, very important for European culture.
That's awesome. So as far as like popular dishes, what would you say is the most popular that you see people ordering?
We are very known for our waffles and crepes, just because they are gluten-free, as I mentioned before. And the size, and a lot of people compare a waffle with something that is frozen, what you can find on a grocery store. And that have nothing to do with a waffle or crepes.
You have a lot of gluten-free options,
yes,
don't you?
That's
That's
ma'am.
important, I think.
Yeah, more and more, because you here in the US bleach your flour, but we are not allowed. We use corn flour in Europe. That means again that's much more healthy. Then we try to, in the waffle, we put everything on the side, and the crepe we put everything inside. Of course, you have also chocolate, whipped cream, as everybody. But still you have the less sweetness that you have in normal sweet restaurant here in the US, and you can compare it.
Is that your favorite dish also?
Yes, ma'am.
Of course.
Yes, yeah. Everything, let me say, everything that I do in my restaurant is something that I love. I don't want to use to name customers, because if you come to my store, you come as a stranger, you go out as a friend. I spend time with you, I like to chat with my friends, I like to enjoy it. I know each of the person, maybe not by name, but I know that they come regular and talking how you doing, and that is something typical European, and you're feeling homey, cozy, welcome. That is something very important.
That's nice. I know you touched on this a little bit already, but what makes your brand different from some of the bigger chains?
First, Belgium chocolate. Belgium is the country of the best chocolate and the best beer in the world. So, and then that give already the answer to your question.
Yeah, we have your beer on display.
Yes, so we have so many beers, and then also the chocolate. You have an assortment that is just so many different kind of chocolate. And it starts that Belgium is known for dark chocolate. The reason for this is that Belgium And then last century was a colonia from Africa, from Congo and Zaire. And in that moment, they start to working together with African colonia. We take your cacao bean and we take your coffee bean, and we make something about this. And then Belgium start to make the coffee and the chocolate. But the coffee was something every country have his own, or maybe you like in South American cup of coffee, or I like Belgium cup of coffee. So that is a different from taste. And the same for the chocolate. We have so many choices that that the people sometimes say you have too much choices. We don't know what is.
I wouldn't know what to choose.
Yeah, that is the thing. So we put also some catalogs on the table that the people have the time to see, and then when it comes to the counter, they see also the different kind of chocolate. Remember that white chocolate is not chocolate; it's a composition. So a lot of people like white chocolate because it's sweet, but it have nothing to do with chocolate. So, and then the milk chocolate is much more German and Swiss chocolate, as Milka, and a lot of people know milk chocolate. And then they say, oh, I hate dark chocolate because it's bitter. And then I need to correct them. Dark chocolate is not bitter, depend from where the cacao beans comes. And that again is very important, to teach people how to enjoy a good piece of chocolate. If you buy a bag of chocolate for 10 pieces, you don't go to eat the 10 pieces on one. You enjoy it piece by piece. And it maybe takes you a week to eat it.
Class on how to eat chocolate.
We do this. Yeah, in normal time we had beer tasting and then also food with the chocolate. I have also sometimes schools for kids that coming in about my culture, my country, and then about the chocolate, of course. And that is huge difference.
That's exciting. My kids would probably love something like that. And then, of course, the reason why we're doing this is to kind of shed some light on how COVID has affected people's businesses this year, especially small business, and hopes that people will come out and support you after watching this. So, in a little bit of detail, can you tell us how COVID has affected your business?
For me, COVID is just a disaster. 75% of my business from my friends, but I have lost. I deal with older people. They can go out. The difference that I am and another small business here in the US, I am immigrant here in the US. I'm legal here in the US, but it's very important to know also. I'm on an E2 visa, an investment visa, so I need to pay a lot of money to be here in this country. I need to hire American, but I do. I have a team that's plain American. But a certain time of this year, I don't can anymore. I was on the end. Plus that I don't receive any support from the landlord. And then we found out months later that he sold in the pandemic the property, and the new landlord don't want to work with us. So, and again, PPP, stimulus check, that is not something that I receive because I'm not American.
Well, I hope that this helps and people support your business.
I need it, absolutely.
For sure. Thank you, Chantal.
Thank you, ma'am, for coming by and giving me the opportunity to tell about my culture and also about my food.
It was wonderful to meet you.
Thank you so much.